You hear people say that real estate in Dubai is a bubble, that you have to be a millionaire to invest, or that the returns are too good to be true. If that's what you've been told, it's time to set the record straight. Today, I'm going to debunk 7 myths about real estate investment in Dubai with concrete facts, figures, and above all, my own experience on the ground. Because believing these false ideas can cost you a lot. I'm Agathe. I've been living in Dubai since 2013, and I've been investing here for over 10 years, especially in off-plan buy and sell projects. On this channel, I give you practical advice to invest wisely and avoid pitfalls. By the way, if you're an investor and you're tired of hearing dream sellers throw out random numbers and you finally want real information about this market, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Common misconception number 1. Dubai is just a speculative market. You hear this one everywhere. Dubai is a purely short-term market. It goes up, it goes down, and one day it's going to crash. That was true 10 or 15 years ago, but if you still think that way today, you might be missing out on one of the best real estate opportunities right now. Dubai is no longer the Wild West of real estate. Today, it's a structured market with strict regulations that protect investors, strong and growing demand driven by a constant influx of expatriates and entrepreneurs, and rental yields among the best in the world, far higher than in major European or American capitals. So yes, the market is cyclical, there are always ups and downs, but it's precisely this dynamic that creates the best opportunities, provided you know when and where to invest. Many of those who criticize the market today are the same people who criticized Dubai a few years ago, saying it was an illusion and that everything would collapse. The result, while they were just spectators, others invested and made huge profits. If you buy at random without understanding the market, yes, you risk losing money. But if you buy at the right time, in the right place, and in the right project, you can generate exceptional capital gains and rental yields. So is Dubai just a speculative market? Not really, as long as you know how to play your cards right. Misconception number 2, there is no real ownership for foreigners. I hear this one all the time. In Dubai, foreigners don't have real ownership, it's just disguised renting. False. Since 2002, Dubai has established freehold zones where foreigners can buy with full ownership, exactly like in France or elsewhere. You are 100% the owner of your property. You can resell it, rent it out, or even pass it on to your children. There are also leasehold zones where buying works in the form of a 99-year lease. But this is clearly stated, and these zones are generally cheaper. Some of them have recently been converted to freehold, so you can buy leasehold and end up with freehold a few years later. But be careful, there's no guarantee that will happen. Honestly, it's better to avoid investing in leasehold zones. With all the freehold options available, there's no point betting on a change that might never happen. So you might as well invest directly where you are truly the owner. What you need to remember is that there are plenty of freehold zones and they allow you to buy property without any restrictions. If you invest in Dubai, you truly own your property and it's completely secure. Misconception number 3, rental yields are too good to be true. 8% rental yield, that's impossible, it's a scam. It's true that compared to the 3 to 5% gross in France, it almost seems unrealistic. But in Dubai, it's a reality, and it's not magic, it's purely mathematical. Why are these yields so high? First, the price per square meter is much lower than in Paris or London, while tenants are often expatriates with high incomes. An executive on average earns 6,000 euros per month in Dubai, compared to 2,300 in the Paris region. Naturally, they can afford to pay higher rents. Then, there's the extremely favorable tax system. No tax on rental income, no property tax, and acquisition fees of only 4% if you buy directly from the developer. Add to that a rapidly growing rental demand, and you'll understand why rental yields are skyrocketing. But be careful, that doesn't mean that every property yields 10%. The secret is always to choose the right location, the right type of property, and to have optimized rental management. On the other hand, honestly, if someone promises you a guaranteed rental yield of 12 to 15%, be wary. This kind of offer usually hides completely exaggerated figures and rather complicated resale conditions. In Dubai, you can achieve exceptional returns, but that's not always the case. Misconception number 4, you have to be a millionaire to invest in Dubai. Now, this one is also a classic. In Dubai, you need millions to buy a property. False. Of course, if you want a penthouse with a view of the Burj Khalifa, yes, you'll need a big budget. But if your goal is to invest wisely, there are studios starting at 170,000 euros in well-developed or rapidly growing residential areas. So yes, these neighborhoods aren't right in the heart of downtown or on Palm Jumeirah, but they're already in high demand among resident tenants. And above all, they offer real opportunities for capital gains in the medium term. What matters is not how much you invest, but how you invest. In Dubai, to succeed, you need a clear goal, rental yield, capital gain, second home, a reliable developer, not just flashy marketing, and a property that's well located in the right project. In fact, I often see investors getting stuck on prestigious neighborhoods because they want the best address. But in Dubai, It's not like in France. The good neighborhood today might not be in 5 years. Some places that are little known today will boom tomorrow. Real investors look to the future, not just the current image of a neighborhood at the time of purchase. Misconception number 5, buying off plan is risky. You've probably already heard, above all, never buy off plan, it's a scam. A friend of mine bought an apartment in 2007, he lost everything and so on. So yes, it did happen and we're not going to deny it. However, that's no longer possible at all today. Since 2008, there have been real protections put in place by RERA, which is the regulatory body attached to the government responsible for everything related to real estate in Dubai. Among the measures implemented to protect investors is the establishment of an escrow account for each project. The principle is that buyers' money is placed in a locked account and can only be released gradually as the construction progresses. To access it, the developer must present a progress certificate issued by an independent body, and only at that point will they be able to access the funds. Developers must be approved by RERA, which is the regulatory authority. So not just anyone can make a nice brochure, do some good marketing, and start selling a project on Instagram. That's not possible. Every real estate developer must deposit the equivalent of 20% of the total project cost into the project's escrow account before they can begin marketing it. This legal and financial requirement creates a natural selection among developers. You can't start in this business without being financially solid. And above all, the developer can't just run off with the money, as has happened in some countries. So if you choose a reliable developer and a good location, the risk is still very limited. If you really want to avoid risks, don't rely on the promised returns or the attractive brochures. A project may look appealing on paper, but if you're not moving forward with a trustworthy developer who has a good reputation, run away. Common misconception number 6, the Dubai real estate market is a bubble. People say Dubai is a bubble and it's going to burst soon. We've been hearing this for years, in 2008, in 2020, and yet Dubai keeps growing. This alarmist talk is often based on fears drawn from other markets, but not on the reality of Dubai. A recent study by UBS Global Real Estate, the Bubble Index, has actually debunked this misconception. Unlike cities like Hong Kong, Toronto, or Munich, which are classified as high-risk zones, Dubai isn't even listed among the markets considered overvalued. Why? Because the Dubai market is built on solid fundamentals. Prices are still affordable compared to major global cities. There is strict regulation implemented by RERA to limit excessive speculation, a constant influx of foreign investors attracted by favorable tax policies, and a dynamic economic environment and exceptional population growth. Dubai continues to attract talent, entrepreneurs, and families thanks to long-term visas and the freedom to do business. As a result, the population is booming and real estate demand is following suit. Projections for the next 15 years indicate continued growth, which supports a stable and sustainable real estate market. This myth often comes from a very European perspective on the market, where people think a city needs to be several hundred years old to be stable. But Dubai doesn't play by the same rules. Here, growth is controlled, regulations are much stricter than before, and the city's appeal keeps rising. So, is there a bubble about to burst? Very unlikely. Misconception number 7, it's too late to invest in Dubai. Prices are too high. You should have invested earlier. It won't go up anymore. False. Yes, prices have gone up, but does that mean the opportunity has passed? Not at all. Let's look at the facts. Today, real estate in Dubai is still much more affordable than in cities like London, New York, Paris, or Singapore. Yet we're talking about an ultra-modern metropolis with state-of-the-art infrastructure, exceptional quality of life, and zero income tax. Do a test. Look at the price of an apartment with a stunning view in Paris or New York, then compare it to what you can buy in Dubai for the same budget. There's no comparison. Should you still invest in Dubai? The answer is yes. And here's why. Dubai is a young city, still growing. Like all major metropolises before it, prices have logically increased in recent years, but more importantly, it's not over yet. The city continues to attract more and more residents and investors. The infrastructure keeps developing, increasing the appeal of emerging neighborhoods. Demand is booming, driven by strong economic growth and a welcoming policy for entrepreneurs and talent. That's exactly what happened in London, New York, or Singapore. Those who invested early made the best deals. The real trap is to keep waiting, hoping that prices will go down. A lot of people think it's not the right time, but in reality, in real estate, the longer you wait, the more you lose. Those who hesitate today will see in 5 years that prices will have gone up even more, and they'll regret not having bought sooner. If you want to benefit from the growth, now is the time to act. There you have it. We've just debunked 7 common misconceptions about real estate in Dubai. If you still have doubts, let me know in the comments and we can talk about it together. But one thing is certain, Dubai is neither a scam nor a bubble about to burst. It's a structured market, rapidly expanding, with real opportunities still available for those who know where and how to invest. If you want to go further and not miss anything about real estate investment in Dubai, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. And if you're looking for a profitable property or want personalized support, send me a message on WhatsApp. The link is in the description. See you soon in the next video.